Subscribe to our YouTube channel for in-depth interviews of India Inc. and press the bell icon so that you do not miss our updates.
Hello and welcome to Nirmal, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Hiral. We have with us Kunal Shah, Head of Commodities Research, joining me. And Kunal, welcome to the show. My first question coming to you is with regards to the US dollar index that's struggling for direction near levels of 91. And there is some data that we are watching out for as well from the US. Clearly, do you think the dollar's upside appears undermined by the dovish Fed and a reflation trade?
Yes, I think the fundamental of dollar, like I have been telling from last many days, it seems that the dollar index is going to go up, and this is mainly because of the consensus. So we've seen the consensus for the dollar index is that dollar index will weaken, but it is not weakening at all. In fact, yesterday we saw dollar index rising from 90.50 from 20. It again went down to 90.30 and it is still up at 91.30 today. So I think it is heading towards 91.70. So the trend for dollar index is definitely up.
Okay, so with this, then how are you expecting gold and silver to perform from here on? Because silver prices have retreated from recent highs on higher margins.
Yeah. So as far as gold and silver is concerned, I'll first explain everyone what happened with silver. So last week during Thursday, Friday, I mentioned clearly on Monday also that there is a strong chance that the silver can shoot up quite sharply, and that is what happened because the Reddit community they all went long in silver. The community which led to the upside in stock called GameStop from $30 to $500, the same community went long in silver, and silver prices moved up by 20% in 3 days. So there was no fundamental, there were no news. So I had been clearly telling everyone that it can go up, but don't remain short. But now what has happened is yesterday CME raised their margin by 15% yesterday. So then it becomes very difficult for retailers. So this Reddit community is not institutional investors; they are retailers. So it's a community of retailers who go long or short in commodities or in stocks altogether. So the leaders of the group they pass messages to all the users that you go long in silver, and everyone goes long in silver. So yesterday their entire planning got disrupted by the fact that silver margin was raised by CME. So I think in near term, silver and gold both are sell on rallies. Number one, gold we saw import duty reduction. So what price we are seeing in gold and silver is with the price 2.5% duty cut, those prices are prevailing. So if I see gold prices at 47,900, it is 47,900 plus 2.5%. So that is almost gold prices are at 49,100, and dollar index is right now trading at 91.25. So it is clear that the dollar index is strengthening. So gold and silver prices should remain under pressure. So I foresee gold to go down till 47,650 to 700, and silver to edge down and test levels of 66,000. So spike sell on rallies is the strategy what one should use for today's trading session.
Right. So overall, if you go to see commodity prices are trading lower with most of the commodities in the non-agro segment witnessing selling except crude oil. What's keeping crude oil in the positive according to you?
So my view on crude oil has gone wrong. I was expecting it to go down, but the reason my view has gone wrong is number one reason. Saudi Arabia started its production cut today, and we've seen many members of the OPEC body, their production has not gone down. So for the time being, I would say avoid going short. Uh, because dollar index is strengthening, it can go down till 3980, 3970. but do not aggressively short crude oil. It is going against our view for the time being. I'm not changing my view to bullish, but I would just say that it can go down a bit by 30-40 rupees. That's it. But I'm not bullish from these levels.
Right. And Kunal, if you see in terms of base metals, the prices both on LME and Shanghai Futures Exchange have been weak. However, you still have zinc that is bucking the trend. What would your view be on base metals and any strategies?
Yeah. So first of all, base metals, the Chinese market is off. So we are going to see a lesser participation from Chinese traders, and hence base metals may not really crash or go down. So I would recommend for metal like copper around 591, 592 go long, stop loss around 87, upside around 596, 50, 597. Nickel also 1280 levels go long, 1290 to 1295 that levels can come. Put a stop loss of 1272. But don't be very bullish also, because like I said, dollar is strengthening doesn't mean that it means that the commodity prices are not going to see a runaway movement in near term. And as far as I think there is a question on stop loss of gold and silver. So gold, I would say, if you are going short around 47,950 to 990, put a stop loss of 48,150 or maximum 200, and cover your position around 47,700 to 650. And similarly with silver, you can definitely short around 68,300, put a stop loss of around 68,700, and expect prices to go down at test levels of 67,000 and perhaps 66,000 after that.
Right, so that's coming in with regards to base metals. Kunal, there's a question coming in: gold and silver target and stop loss, if you could suggest.
I just said that, Hiral,
Okay,
gold and silver. Yeah.
right, so that was the only question. Thank you, Kunal. Thank you, participants, so much for joining in.